Hi there, and welcome to part 2 of our duplicate content and SEO series. We are once again joined by Darren Franks, morevisibility's expert in SEO and hurricane forecasting. Darren, talk to me about part 2, please.
Thank you, Andy. So the last part we talked about avoiding the duplicate content issues altogether. Part 2, we were discussing how to handle said duplicate content with what is called, firstly, the 301 permanent redirect. This is the only search engine friendly way to redirect pages on your website to the canonical or the preferred version if you have duplicate content issues. Now, there's also other kinds of redirects. There's a 302 redirect, which is a temporary redirect. We don't want to have those. Those basically tell the search engines if you have duplicate content, it's still okay to crawl and index the original URL. So any way we want to handle duplicate content is with a 301 permanent redirect. Now, obviously, this is more of a web development issue, so we want to make sure that our web developer is implementing them correctly, depending on your server configuration. If it's IIS or if it's Apache IIS, you can use things like the IIS manager. In Apache, you have things like HT access. Regardless of which method they decide to utilize, they have to make sure that it's going to be a 301 permanent redirect from the duplicate to the canonicalized version of the web page. We also want to make sure that once the redirects are implemented, that we're testing them and that there's no on-site redirects, so any references to the old or duplicate pages are removed and the canonical version of the URL is referenced on the website. One last thing we need to mention, we're going to talk very briefly about the rel canonical link element. That's another way to handle duplicate content. It's not used quite as a strong a signal as the 301 permanent redirect, but it's also a good kind of workaround if you're just unable to, for whatever reason, do any kind of 301 or 302 redirects or any kind of redirect for that matter. The rel canonical link element goes in the head section of the duplicate pages, and you're basically referencing with the rel canonical link element the preferred version of a web page.
And Darren, for the benefit of our audience, could you please define canonicalization?
Absolutely. So it's a very overused word probably in the realms of search engine optimization. Canonical basically means your preferred version of a web page or website. That is the website you want to have served to both the user and the search engine. So canonical, whenever somebody says canonical or canonicalized, it's a mouthful to say. Whenever anyone mentions that, they're just referring to the preferred non-duplicate version of a web page or website.
Why would somebody have a preferred and a not preferred?
The not preferred version would be the duplicate version of a web page, probably with a URL with many tracking parameters or session IDs within it. It has content on there that is slightly different because of the sort orders of the navigational elements. So a non-preferred version would be maybe a non-www version of a web page that they're going to redirect to the www version. You can also redirect the www version to the non-www version, but we want to make sure that we are serving one piece of content per URL to the search engines and for the users as well. So,
thank you.
Thank you.